There are so many elements that make up a great racing game. Handling, track design, how well it puts you in the driver's seat as the ground whips past at a frankly ludicrous speed. These are all factors we're considering as we pull together the very best ones you can possibly buy on PC right now. Whether it's mastering muddy tracks in Dirt 4 or embracing Forza Horizon 4's seasonal British wonderland, PCGamesN are here to steer you in the right direction. But before we begin, don't forget to give us a quick thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and ring that bell to stay up to date on all our videos. Let's go!
Developer Playground Games leaves the Aussie outback and heads for the British Isles in Forza Horizon 4. Its campaign has you race through the Scottish Highlands, coast around the Lake District and speed through quaint British villages. As the seasons change between spring, summer, autumn and winter, so do the landscapes, meaning you'll have to adapt your driving to suit each season. You can feel your car react to subtle changes like wet leaves and icy roads, making you more aware of the terrain. You'll need to master each and every surface if you want the best track times. Vehicles range from one-off hypercars to modified transit vans, and even the world's smallest car, the Peel P50. And yes, there's a James Bond car pack that gives you a choice of those iconic Aston Martins. Forza Horizon 4 is quite the road trip.
Shift 2 is a great compromise between realism and accessibility. It gives you the audio-visual feedback of driving a snarling, high-performance motor vehicle without leaning too hard in the sim direction. Take Shift 2's dynamic view that changes based on context. For example, coming up on a sharp corner, you'll automatically look towards the apex just like actual drivers do. The game uses depth of field in the same way. As you move between the pack, the cars come into focus as your cockpit gets a little less distinct. And when you glance into the rearview mirror, focus sharpens on the tailing cars. It sounds gimmicky, but it feels as natural as driving a car in real life. Shift 2 is as close as you can get to driving recklessly without getting points on your license.
The pinnacle of modern rally games is, without question, Dirt 4. Not only does it have a massive roster of cars, courses and modes, but it pushes the genre into new and exciting directions with its innovative Your Stage feature. Your Stage generates a unique route at the press of a button. All you have to do is choose your location, whether that be Spain, Sweden, Michigan, Australia or Wales, and then set the length and complexity using two simple sliders. This lets you create anything from a quick and easy A to B to a snaking nightmare purpose-built to put you on your roof. However you like your rally, Dirt 4 delivers. There is, of course, the take it in turn stuff, where everyone has a crack at beating a level in the best time. There's the more hectic rallycross, where everyone races at the same time. And there's even a cool open area dedicated to Gymkhana, where you can do donuts around tyres and smash into foam blocks. Endless stages and adjustable difficulty make Dirt 4 a must for experienced drivers and casual players alike.
If you fancy building tracks as well as racing on them, TrackMania Turbo is absolutely unrivaled on PC. You can lay your designs block by block and then share them with the community. The game's fans are already responsible for skybound roller coasters, jungle stunt parks and jumps so massive you'll forget what gravity's like. If you haven't got a creative bone in your body though, developer Nadio has included over 200 tracks to get you going. These are set in several different environments. There's the tropical paradise of Rollercoaster Lagoon, the shiny International Stadium, the rocky red Canyon Grand Drift, and the country rambling of Valley Down and Dirty. TrackMania is an arcade racing series that's been going since 2003, and with its endless amount of user-generated courses, it shows no signs of slowing down.
Assetto Corsa is a racing sim that starts with an incredibly authentic handling model and structures the rest of the game around it. As a result, races really do feel like driving a real car around a real track, to the point of almost being uncanny. The presentation is a little crude outside of the races themselves, but on the track it's exactly as unforgiving as it needs to be, right down to some truly convincing AI driving. These are opponents who'll overcook it going into a turn, lose control as they try and get back on the track, and even give you a nice little tap as you race side by side through a turn. Yeah, cheers mate. Combining strong AI with high fidelity simulation, Assetto Corsa earns its place on the list of great PC racing games.
Other racing games limit themselves to things with 4 wheels. The Crew 2, on the other hand, puts you in the driving seat of speedboats, stunt planes, motorbikes and monster trucks, with dedicated events built around each one. You might fancy a dirt-caked off-road race through the marshes in a Jeep Wrangler, a sunset sprint down Monument Valley on the back of a Harley Davidson, or a tricky slalom across the weaving waterways of Miami from behind the wheel of a nippy hovercraft. With the entirety of North America open to you from the off, you're never stuck for things to do. Sightseers can visit landmarks such as Mount Rushmore, the Vegas Strip, or the Golden Gate Bridge, but the Crew 2's masterstroke is giving you a handy button that switches vehicles at will. This means you can turn your car into a plane, soar through the skies, and then trigger boat form and plunge into the water, or if you're feeling it, some poor family's back garden.
Some sims equate challenge with the sensation of driving on treadless tyres. In project cars, you'll actually go around the corners even when giving the throttle some muscle. Don't get us wrong, this is no virtual Scalextric set. You can still make mistakes, and traction is far from absolute. But crucially, you aren't punished for these mistakes with a rapid trip into the nearest trackside barrier. The result is a distinctive take on racing. Developer Slightly Mad has made plenty of other changes in this sequel too, shoring up the car selection with a greater variety of vehicles and creating a career mode with the freedom to choose what races you want to do. But it's the astonishing weather system that stands out, one that transforms how tracks look and feel with torrential rain, fog, snow and lightning storms. It's the best weather you can currently experience in any racing game.
Need for Speed Payback has one aim: to make you feel like the star of your very own action movie. You're less Lewis Hamilton and more Jason Statham as you pull off maneuvers so obscene they probably should be age-gated. The story follows your attempts to take down a nefarious cartel operating out of the fictional Fortune Valley. And while that would be a fairly dangerous pursuit in real life, here you can solve everything by, driving really fast. This open world spans foot-to-the-floor street racing, drift-heavy off-road racing, and showdowns with a very aggressive police force. A few shunts and they crash in spectacular fashion. Payback realises its cinematic ambitions in its blockbuster missions that see you rob expensive cars from the backs of lorries while they're moving, and driving another car straight into a helicopter. See, driving fast does really solve everything.
So there you have it, the 8 best PC games for people who want to go very fast. But it doesn't end there, oh no. Honourable mentions go out to Burnout Paradise Remastered for its slick arcade action and drop-in multiplayer, F1 2018 for being the best game to satisfy your Formula 1 cravings, and Grip for its ruggedly futuristic car combat. Let us know in the comments what your favourite racer is, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell for loads more from PCGamesN.